So the truth is, not every day is going to feel like your best day. Not every day is going to feel as if you know what you're doing. Even if you do, some days you might just have a giant imposter syndrome attack and you may not know what to do. What up, y'all? It's Paul, your boy here. Thank you for joining us at Off the Clock. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. Just make sure to click the subscribe button below and be able to like it and share it if you think it's super dope, which I think you will. And, get somebody else to get some heat. So today we're going to be talking about the imposter syndrome as a healthcare entrepreneur. All right. So I'm just going to start off by saying I occasionally and sometimes really often find myself dealing with feeling like an imposter while I'm a healthcare entrepreneur. Why? Part of this could be because I have decided to start a few businesses on a timeline where other people will say, hey, you're not supposed to be doing that. You're not supposed to be, you have to do this first before you can actually have those things. And it can get really hard sometimes because I understand that I don't like to compare myself to other people, right? I don't like to compare myself to other people. But what I also find myself doing is I compare myself to where I am currently and where my mind continuously tells me I should be. And that's what causes imposter syndrome for a lot of healthcare entrepreneurs. So I'm going to share with you two tips that hopefully will be able to help you overcome feeling like an imposter, feeling like you're not qualified, feeling like you may not belong. Because understand this, if you've come this far, you do belong, right? So here are the two tips real quick. So the first tip is understand that what is for you is for you. And when I say this, what I mean is don't get so caught up in wanting to feel qualified, right? Don't get so caught up in wanting to feel as if you're supposed to be somewhere or you're supposed to be doing something. Because understand, if you are currently doing it, you're supposed to be doing it. But what a lot of people tend to do, and what I've even done sometimes, is I put myself in a position where I'm like, okay, I'm doing this, but I also know that a lot of people that are doing this also as well have this certification, or have this degree, or have been running their business for like a certain amount of years. And I'm just like, I'm 2 years into my business. It's successful, but because of all the success, I'm like, holy crap, I don't know what to do next. So you start to think like, I'm supposed to be somewhere and I'm not there. And then you start feeling like an imposter, and you get in your head and things start going crazy. And then you're like, holy crap, I don't know what's going on. What am I supposed to do? Right? Please don't get caught up in that game of trying to compare yourself, especially, and hear me out, don't compare yourself where you are right now with where you think you should be, because where you are right now is where you need to be. Understand that, right? So please don't do that. The second tip is, over time, as you start to have more success, I've noticed for me, the more success I have, the more, I'm not going to call it anxiety, because I'm not qualified to call stuff anxiety. By that, I mean, I ain't got the degree, so, I can't really medically define what it is. But I do notice I do have these anxiety attacks sometimes when I start to get really, really successful, because I'm almost like waiting for the other shoe to drop. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like, this is too good to be true. So at some point, it's just going to stop being good. And what happens is, because I spend so much time, and I'm not saying like I spend all day, but there's just moments where I'm like, dog, I'm so successful right now that this could all end in a snap. This could all end in a freaking Thanos snap. And next thing I know, I'm just going to be back to square one. And then it's like, holy crap, maybe I shouldn't be doing so much. So let me step back. Understand the way imposter syndrome presents itself with this right here is that you have to remind yourself like this, right? Why not me? Say this with me. Why not me? Why shouldn't I be the one experiencing all this success right now? And if not me, who? And if not now, when? Understand that you will see success as a business owner, right? You do stuff correctly, you're going to see success. But the more success you see, there are people before you that have also experienced the same thing. And I know for so many of us, we tend to actually forget that because we get in our head. So we tend to actually forget that other successful people have probably dealt with the same exact fears as you're currently dealing with, like I'm currently dealing with. So why not just seek those people out and get their counsel? Now, I'm lucky that I have a business partner, actually a couple business partners that are super, super dope, because for the most part, especially if you're like me, right? So I'm a high D, right? I'm a pilot. If you've ever taken the DISC assessment, you understand what I'm saying. But I'm a pilot. So for most of the time, people are looking to me for answers. People are looking to me to provide solutions. People are looking to me to tell us what direction we're going to go. But then when the person flying the plane is having doubts about how to fly the plane, but then people are constantly looking for you to leadership, it can get kind of tough. It can get really tough because you find yourself like, holy crap, what am I supposed to be doing? This does not feel real. I'm having too much success, and every single day I just feel like I'm gonna crash. Every single day I feel like this is just all gonna go wrong. So just seek somebody out. Seek somebody out who's done the thing you're doing and allow them to help you work through it. This is something I've had to do. I've had many coaches. I've joined a mastermind or two. Actually, I've joined 2 masterminds. I've had like a sales coach, and they've been able to help me get to that next level. But all this could only happen because I was willing to seek somebody out. I was willing to let go of my pride. So that's actually, you know what? I'm gonna give you a third point. Cool? Tip number 3. Let go of your pride. Please let go of your pride. Let go of your pride. I know, like one of the hardest things that you can probably experience as a health entrepreneur is when you hit a wall and you don't know what to do next, especially if you've had a lot of success. If you've had a lot of success and you've hit a wall and you're just like, I just don't know what to do next. So you decide, instead of growing, instead of continuing to nurture into who you need to be, you're like, you know what? I'm just going to stay right here for the rest of my career. And I'm not going to do anything to grow because growing is scary. And I don't want to feel like an imposter all the time. But what you're missing out on is, as long as you can let go of your pride and reach out to people around you who have been through it, even if they haven't told you, right? Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it never happened. But reach out to the people around you. Tell them, hey, like, this is what I'm dealing with. This was happening. And this is what's occurring in my life. Like, how can I maneuver it? Right? Reach out to these people and ask them like, yo, please help me. Understand, as long as you let go of your pride, somebody's going to help you out. I'm telling you, as long as you let go of your pride, somebody's going to be willing to help you out. May not be the first person, may not be the second person you ask, but somewhere along the line, somebody will say, I remember what it was like to deal with that. And so I'm going to help you, work through it. And sometimes it's going to cost a little money. Sometimes people might not be willing to do it for free, but understand that if you let go of that pride and reach out to people, I promise you, you will get the success. Look, I hope this has helped you. Understand that imposter syndrome is real. Feeling like you should not be experiencing the success you're experiencing is very real, and people are experiencing this all the time. You're not alone. So please, if you know somebody who could be dealing with this, please tag them below, share this video with them, make sure to like it, make sure to subscribe it, and we'll see you on the next episode. Peace.